Hey guys, very good morning. Really sorry for making you wait for a long time. Okay, so let's start off with the upgrade of the database. So I just had 11.204 database, and we'll be seeing how we'll be upgrading that to 12c release 2 database. So before going for that, some few things related to upgrade. So as you people know, like any upgrade, not only with Oracle database, any other component also. Upgrade means basically we are going to change the base version. So like you have been seeing in our mobiles, we'll be upgrading iOS from 10 to 11 or Android from 5 to 6. So like this, the major versions will be changed. So that we usually call it as an upgrade. And apart from that, within the same version, again we'll be having different patches that will be released. So earlier we used to call that as patch, but now we are going to call that as also a small upgrade. So that is how it happens. And there are basically when you are upgrading the database without changing the physical server, then we call that as an actual upgrade. But when you are also changing the physical server or the server on which the database is hosted, then we call that as a migration. So we will come to that migration part later. And what will be the different reasons when, why we want to do the database upgrade? So I have listed there. So the first primary reason is to continue the Oracle support help. Like basically, Oracle will have a deadline to end the support for specific versions. For example, now Oracle will not uh, support any more thing for 10G databases. So 10G is completely out of support. So if you want to continue having Oracle support help, then you need to upgrade your database from 10G to the next release, 11G or 12C. In the similar manner, 11G also is going to be end of support by next year. So 2018 is marked as the end of the support for 11G. So then I know by that time most of the clients need to migrate to not migrate, upgrade to 12C version. And the second reason would be a serious bug which can be fixed only in the new release. So let's say you are there in 11G version and you got a bug and it will be fixed only by upgrading to 12C version. Then that will be the another reason that you will be upgrading your database. Then third, client has the license for the new release. So client usually will be purchasing the licenses, and we will not be knowing the information like usually, or if at all it is the information is cascaded through your manager or lead, you will get to know that client has purchased so and so license, and maybe in near future we might be upgrading the database. So that would be the another reason. And the last one, application will work better with the new version of the database. So if this is also a reason, then you will be planning for the upgrade. And whenever you are doing the upgrade, directly you will not be upgrading the database on the production environment. Rather, you will be upgrading the database first in the development environment. You will be thoroughly testing there. Then you will be upgrading the test environments. There also you will be doing thoroughly testing there. Then if you have anything like production fix environment, then the finally the production environment. So it is a sequence that you need to follow, and nowhere we should not upgrade the production database directly. And then we have the steps on to upgrade to 12c release 1 as well as 12c release 2. So the first three steps are first 3 or 4 steps are mandatory. So first one, installing the Oracle 12c release 1 software in a different location. So we need to install only software. We should not create any database. And step number 2, we need to take full RMN backup. Step number 3, if possible, we need to take export backup. Step number 4, we need to take Oracle inventory backup. And step 5, we need to take Oracle home backup. So these all steps are mandatory. The first two step from step number 2 to step number 5, it is mandatory for any upgrade. Either you are doing it from 10G to 11G, 11G to 12C release 1 or 12C release 2, whatever it may be. So from there, the things will start. So there is small difference between upgrading to 12C release 1 and 12C release 2. First, let me show you that step where it is. So there is a step here to verify whether your 11G database is ready to upgrade to 12C or not. And for that, we will be generally executing the script pre-upgrd.sql. So this will give you some information whether your database is ready or not, or such kind of things. Now, when you come to 12C release 2, the thing that have been changed is that step. So what you would be doing is, instead of executing that pre-upgrade.sql file, now in 12c release 2, Oracle has introduced one jar file, Java archive file. So you need to execute that Java archive file instead of .sql file. Rest of the steps will remain same. Like here also, we need to go ahead and install 12c release 2 software, then take backup. Then after the things like post actual upgrade also will be as it is. There is no change here. So only difference is that particular pre-upgrade script. So in 12c release 1 we use .sql file. In 12c release 2 we use this .jar file. So I will be upgrading to 12c release 1 only, because tomorrow we will see how to upgrade from 12c release 1 to 12c release 2. So first let me go through the first step, that is installing Oracle 12c release 1 software in a different location. So for that I need to copy the software first to the server. So let me copy that here. And again in 12c release 1 we have two versions, 12.1.01 and 12.1.02. So you can upgrade to either of these. I'm going with 12.1.02. So these are the two database files that I need to copy. So let me copy them. So the files have been copied. Now go to the server. I copied those files into U03 location. Now I need to unzip those files. So before unzipping, I'm going to remove this directory. Why? Because we'll be getting the same directory again when we unzip the files. So anyone having any questions meanwhile? Okay, so one more thing to specify is whatever the steps that we are seeing here, these are the steps that we need to perform for the manual upgrade. So along with the manual upgrade, we have something called upgrade with a tool called DBUA, stands for Database Upgrade Assistant. So the database upgrade assistance is just like DBCA. How you are using DBCA to create the database, using DBUA you can upgrade the database. So it's pretty much easy. But the problem with the DBUA is you can use that only once, which means, for example, you are upgrading your database with the help of DBUA, and all of a sudden, due to some reason, that upgrade failed. Maybe a space issue or some installation issue, whatever it is. So because of that some reason, if the upgrade fails, you need to fix that first. Now let's say you got a space issue and you fixed it. Now next time you cannot run DBUA again. So that is the limitation for the database upgrade assistant tool. But for manual upgrade, there are no such limitations. N number of times you can execute, and even if it is unsuccessful, again you can fix that problem. You can rerun n number of times. So that's the basic difference between the manual upgrade and upgrading with DBUA. And sometimes for no reason, DBUA screen will be hanging for long time. This is most common uh, what you say problem that I have been seeing in real time. So if you are initiating the database upgrade assistant to upgrade your database, so it will take a long time. I mean, in the sense, it will just hang. It will not show you any proceeding further. So this could be the reason that servers are located in a remote location and you are taking the GUI control of it. So usually the GUI control will perform slow for remote servers, because servers will be generally in abroad countries, and having, if the network is not that much good, then you will face all these kind of problems. Now when DBUA just hangs like that, you are not sure whether it is proceeding in the background or not. So that is another problem that we have. So that's the reason, to avoid all this kind of headache, it is always better to go for the manual upgrade itself. Okay, so the zip files are done. Now let me install. Let me take this. So in X Manager, I am executing run installer to install the 12C release 1 software. So already my 11G software is located here. So my 11G software is located in U01 App Oracle Product 1120 DB Home 1. Now I can install now in either any location, either in the same U01 mount point, or I can install in U02 mount point as well. So there is no restriction that you need to install only in this particular location. So as I said, remember, don't create any database, just install only the software. And by default it has taken this location U01 App Oracle Product 12.1.0. So here if you look at, it is 11.2.0, and here on the screen it is 12.1.0. So both are two different directories. So I can do the installation in this location. So done. Let's start 12C installation. Okay, so the installation is done. It is asking us to execute this root.sh. Done. So first step is done. Now taking the full database backup using RMAN, then export backup, inventory and home backup. I am skipping these 4 steps just to save the time. So directly I'm going ahead with the 6th step, that is connecting to the 11G database and executing the pre-upgrade script. So first let me connect to the 11G database. And then executing this pre-upgrade script. So now here if you see the database version for 11G is 11204. So this is the minimum version that we require in order to upgrade the database. Suppose you have less version than this, like 11203 or 11201, then you will not be able to upgrade the database directly to 12C. First, you need to upgrade the database to 11204. Then from 11204, you need to update to 12C. So 2 upgrades are required in such cases. So what this pre-upgrade.sql script will do? Basically, it will verify whether your database is ready for the upgrade or not. And if there is anything that you need to fix from your side, then it will tell you over here. And you will get 3 files as the output. The first one is pre-upgrade.log, which contains information about the pre-upgrade results. And the second one is pre-upgrade fixups.sql. So that is a script that you need to execute in order to fix something before doing the upgrade. And once you are done with the upgrade, then you need to execute post upgrade fixup.sql. So now you can execute this pre-upgrade fixup.sql. So let's see what this script will do. So it will do certain actions. For example, here you can see it is saying the process count is too low. There is a parameter called processes. So that parameter value is too low because in 11G by default it is 150, and in 12C it requires the default value as 300. So when you run this pre-upgrade fixup, automatically it will run this command and it will increase the process size for you. And also there is something like enterprise manager repository that need to be removed, so that will be executed here by that. And also we have something called OLAP component. That component also must be removed, so for that it is asking to execute this particular script. So like this it will give it will only do all these things automatically. If something it cannot do automatically, it will give you some message like this: manual action is suggested. So what is that manual action that we need to do? It is asking to gather the statistics for the base tables. So here dictionary stats is nothing but the base tables. So let us go ahead and execute that command. So wherever it is mentioned as manual action is required, that command only you need to execute. Rest of the things, that pre-upgrade fixup script will take care of that. And also there is a message that was given here. If you see, it's saying please gather the dictionary statistics 24 hours prior to the upgrading the database. But usually we may or may not follow this in real time. Okay, so this is also done. Now we are ready for the upgrade. So what we need to do is we need to copy the SP file and password file from the current 11G home to 12C Oracle home. So I'm just doing the same. So copy. So similarly, I'm copying the password file as well. Then you need to shut down the 11G database. So once it is shut down, then you can change the environment variables to be pointing to 12C. So my 12C Oracle home is this. So nothing else needed to be changed, only Oracle home. If you change, that is enough. So once you are done with that, execute your bash profile in order to reflect the values immediately. And then you need to connect to the 12C database. Like you need to just issue this command SQL plus /SDBA, but when you do that, make sure that it is invoked from the 12C Oracle home. Means when you run this, you can still see it is pointing to 11.204 version. So it is wrong. It should go to 12C. So let me log out and log in once. And now you can see it is pointing to 12.102. So if it is not working, just log out and log in, then it will work. Then you need to start up the database in upgrade mode so that Oracle will understand that you are going to upgrade this database. So when you start the database in upgrade mode, obviously no other users will be able to connect to the database. So once it is open, now you need to run the upgrade utility. Now here also there is a small change between upgrading from 10G to 11G and 11G to 12C. In suppose I am upgrading from 10G to 11G, what we use it to do is we use it to execute after opening this database in upgrade mode. We use it to execute a script called cat upgrd.sql, cat upgrade.sql. So this script we use it to run if it is from 10G to 11G, or within 11G also if you are changing from 11.201 to 11.204, This is the way how we used to do. But in 12c, instead of executing that cat upgrade.sql directly, you are executing that with the help of Perl script. So there is a new Perl script created, that is catctl.pl. So with the help of that Perl script, you will be able to execute that. And also one more option what 12c has given you is to run the upgrade in the parallel mode. So usually only one process will do the upgrade, but instead of that, we have an option like this -n8, which means a number of we can have 8 parallel process which will do the things faster for us. So let us take parallel of 2 because I'm just using VMware machine, so I cannot take much higher value. So let me take parallel of 3. Okay. Okay, so the upgrade has been started. So here you can see totally 74 phases are there. 0 is also a phase, so including 0 it will be 74 phases. So when it passes each and every phase, it will give you the details, how many files have been upgraded, how much time it has taken, so all those things. And usually the upgrade process will take you know 40 minutes to 1 hour of time, not more than that. Now here comes one tricky question during interviews. So in interviews they will ask you a question. My database size is 5 terabytes. How much time it will take to upgrade the database? Or my database size is 200 GB. How much time it will take to upgrade the database? Or my database size is 100 GB. How much time it will take to upgrade the database? Do remember, upgrade is only for the metadata, that is base tables. So when you are actually upgrading the database, you are not upgrading the EMP table. EMP table is the table where the user data is there. So you are not upgrading any user data related tables. You are only upgrading the base tables. And base tables size will remain same, either it is a 1 terabyte database or 100 GB database. That means for 100 GB database also upgrade will take the same time, like as I said, approximately 40 minutes to 1 hour. And for 1 terabyte or 5 terabyte database also upgrade will take the same time. Now where comes the difference then? Post upgrade, you will be executing a command in order to fix the invalid objects, because once the upgrade is completed, there will be invalid objects created in the database, or the existing objects will become invalid because of the version change. So for that, as you can see here, step number 14, you will be using a script in order to compile those invalid objects, and this is the step where it shows the difference in the time, because in 100 GB database there will be less invalid objects. In 1 terabyte database there will be more invalid objects. So for less number of invalid objects, compile will take less time. For more number of invalid objects, compile will take more time. So this is the simple logic that we need to know during the upgrade. So but usually this compiling invalid object is also a step of upgrade. So that's the reason we will say uh, if the database size is more, upgrade will take more time. But in fact, upgrade will not take more time, but only this step of compiling the invalid objects will take more time. So now this upgrade will go on for another 1 hour. So as you can see here, phase 0 has completed and one file has been upgraded, and the time it has taken is 226 seconds. Now it has moved to the second phase. So like this it will show you, and once that is done, once the upgrade is done, then you need to run the post upgrade script. There is one post upgrade fix up script and also one status related script, and then compiling the invalid objects. So these three scripts, if you execute, that means like your upgrade is successfully completed. So we will just execute those three scripts in the next class, because now we cannot wait for 1 more hour to just have this as it is. So once it is, let it complete today. So tomorrow we will go ahead and execute those three scripts for us. So anyone having any questions? Okay then, so let's meet tomorrow at the same time and continue with this upgrade process. So we will also see tomorrow how to upgrade this 12C release 1 to 12C release 2. Same steps, but just to show you that. So thanks everyone for joining and have a nice day.